Once upon a time, on a speck of green in the vast blue of the Indian Ocean, a bat lived unlike any other. No, not the baseball kind, and not the crime-fighting superhero either. This is the Pteropus livingstoni, the humongous and endangered Livingstone's flying fox. But first, let's meet a few of the Livingstone flying fox's fabulous relatives. The black-bearded flying fox, also known as Pteropus melanopogon, the gray-headed flying fox, also known as Pteropus scapulatus, and the cave flying fox, also known as Pteropus cayensis. Our story begins in the Comoros Islands, a remote archipelago squeezed between Madagascar and Mozambique. If you've never heard of it, you're not alone. Most people overlook it. But in that tucked-away corner of the world lies something extraordinary. On the islands of Anjouan and Moheli, deep in the montane rainforests, where clouds kiss the treetops and ferns grow like weeds, this majestic fruit bat has made its home. This isn't just your average rainforest. At 1,500 to 2,500 meters above sea level, it's cool, damp, and beautifully isolated, just the way the Livingstone's flying fox likes it. And why not? It doesn't need the sun to warm up like a reptile. This bat is endothermic and homeothermic, which means that it can regulate its own body temperature through metabolic means. While other animals need the weather to cooperate, the flying fox is able to adapt and just keep flying. The Livingstone's flying fox is at the second trophic level, what scientists call a primary consumer, an herbivore. That means it gets its energy straight from the producers, plants. Its diet? Simple. Fruit, nectar, leaves, and flowers. Unlike many bats, flying foxes don't use sonar or shrieks to find food. With its eyesight and a keen nose, it flies from tree to tree, scanning the forest for fresh fruit. These bats are also crepuscular, meaning that they're most active at twilight. This helps them avoid predators and stay in cooler temperatures while foraging. These bats have developed many adaptations in order to survive on the Comoros Islands. First, their wings aren't just for flying. They're also their alarm system. If another bat gets too close to their roost, these guys clap their wings to say, "Back off, pal." Pretty cool, right? And the baby's giant feet help them cling to mom for dear life, because nothing says security like a baby bat with big feet. Oh, and let's not forget their larger lungs with increased lung capacity. They help the bat take in more oxygen, keeping up with its varying demand for oxygen in flight. The Livingstone's flying fox is quite the ladies' bat. Males try to woo as many females as possible from January to June. They go for internal fertilization, classic mammal move, and the moms-to-be carry their pups for 4 to 6 months. These bats even use chemoreception, basically their version of love perfume, to communicate receptiveness. Once it's done, the guys vanish, leaving the ladies to handle all the parenting. Typical. Saving the Livingstone's flying fox isn't just about helping a cool-looking bat. It's about keeping rainforests thriving. These bats are nature's delivery service, spreading seeds and pollinating flowers like flying gardeners. That keeps the forest healthy and full of life. They even help protect our water and soil by preventing erosion, which means more nutrients for plants, animals, and us. So yeah, these bats may not wear capes, but they're definitely ecosystem superheroes. But of course, every great creature faces a threat. For the Livingstone's flying fox, that threat comes not from predators, but from us. The Comoros Islands forests have been steadily depleted by deforestation. Trees are cut down for lumber and to make room for agricultural expansion. While these practices benefit humans, they drastically mitigate the natural habitats of the Livingstone's flying fox, leading to habitat fragmentation and degradation. Ultimately, the bat's home has shrunk, year after year, degrading their food and roosting areas, and threatening extinction. But not all is lost. Humans are stepping up to save the Livingstone's flying fox and its habitat. In the Comoros Islands, the National Directorate of the Environment is teaming up with the local, national, and international partners to make it happen. Their game plan? First, they're protecting the bats' natural habitat by implementing conservation laws to prevent humans from disturbing their habitat. Second, they're boosting their numbers through captive breeding programs. Third, they're spreading awareness in local communities about the importance of the Livingstone's flying fox. But even so, the Livingstone's flying fox could be extinct in just 10 years. And there are a few big reasons why. Their low reproduction rate means that they cannot bounce back easily from setbacks. Their remaining habitat is shrinking fast due to human activities. As the forests they rely on continue to lose both space and quality, fewer mature bats are surviving. Simply put, if their homes keep disappearing, so will they. Losing these bats wouldn't just be bad for researchers. It would seriously hurt forest health and biodiversity. These flying foxes are nighttime heroes, pollinating native plants that bloom after dark and spreading seeds far and wide. By moving seeds away from their parent plants, they give new trees a better shot at growing strong. Without them, seeds would accumulate in spots where they are unlikely to germinate, making it hard for forests to regrow. Over time, this could lead to thinner, patchier forests, with fewer native species and more invasive plants taking hold. The loss of tree diversity also reduces the variety of fruits, flowers, and shelter available to animals up and down the food chain, from insects to birds to primates. Forests could become quieter, emptier, and less resilient. Even the climate feels the impact. Trees play a major role in capturing carbon, cooling the air, and storing water in the soil. So when these bats vanish, it's not just a species we lose. It's a vital link in a living system that supports life far beyond the treetops.